As it's episode number 2 of the vlog. This week I got my special guest, Toronto Blue Jays outfielder Nick Sinay, here to talk base running and how to swipe a bag. To give you a little history about Nick, in 2015 at University of Buffalo, he was second in the country in stolen bases. Last season, the Blue Jays organization, he led the Appalachian League with 34 steals and was second in the league in runs with 54. And he did all this in 58 games. So needless to say, the dude's fast. He knows how to steal a bag. And I think this base running / stolen base tutorial from Nick will give you guys give you his kind of insight on how he steals a bag, what he looks for in a pitcher, and will be really valuable to you guys. So let me know what you think. Comment below, and without further ado, here's Nick.
Hey guys, all right. So today we're going to talk a little bit about first base, what we want for our leads, and also where we want to set up to get going on a steal. This is what I normally do and what I look for in a pitcher and when I'm on first base. So once I get to first base, I'm going to take off my gloves, look at a third base coach, get your signs real quick, get ready to go. So usually I get 1, 2, 3, and then depending on how I'm feeling or whatever, or if I'm looking at the pitcher and I've already watched his moves prior of getting on base, I might grab a little bit more. So when I set up, I want to be lined up with the back of the base, my toes to the back of the base, and why I do that is if he picks off, I want to get one step and a dive, and I want to dive back to this back part of the base. So when a first baseman is catching the ball, they got to go all the way to the back side, because if you slide right here in the front or in the middle, it's just that much easier for them to tag you out. And every time you want to get a lead, you want to keep it pretty consistent, even if you're not going to steal. My biggest thing is I always want a lead where I can dive back. I don't ever want to go up standing back and getting up on the base and standing. I always want to be diving back, and that's when I know I have my best lead, so I can have the best opportunity to steal a base. We got our leads, we're ready to swipe that bag. I'm going to talk a little bit about focusing on the pitcher, what I'm looking at when I'm at first base, got my lead, ready to get that bag. So I'm already right here, right-handed pitcher's on the mound. What I look for is when he gets his signs, he comes up, I focus on his front heel and front foot. When I see his front heel and front foot, when he goes like this, I'm out. Just like that, I'm out. I'm already going to second base, swiping that bag, have no second thoughts about it. So, but also when I'm looking at his front heel, I kind of keep my peripherals on his back heel. So if he gets his signs, he comes up, and then he goes like this to throw over. I still have enough time where I can still read out my peripherals a little bit and get back to first base with my dive, my step in my dive. So lined up, ready to go, get my lead, and once that front heel comes up, I'm out. So just as an added note, the reason why I like to look at the front heel of a right-handed pitcher is because once he lifts up that front foot, he can't lift this front foot and then come over and pick off to first, or else that's a balk. So once he lifts up that front heel, he's either gonna do a full windup or a full heel lift or a slide step. So obviously I still gotta pay attention to if he's gonna do a slide step or not, but that's what I'm looking for if I'm gonna steal that bag. So when a lefty's on the mound, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm not gonna be on the back side of this base. I like being on the front side of the base when a lefty's pitching. The reason for that is get my lead. Lefty's on the mound. When I'm a little bit forward on the base, it appears to him that I'm a little bit closer to the base, and I want to get pretty far, like a good amount off, because once he lifts up his leg or first movement, I'm out. So I want to appear closer, but I want to be farther, if that makes sense. So when I steal on the lefty, first move, he gives his first move, I'm out. I'm running in the inside part of the baseline, right on the grass. Right as the grass meets the dirt, I'm on the dirt, but right where the grass is. So when that first baseman gets that pick off or that throw over from a lefty, he comes in the inside part of the baseline. He throws on the inside part, and if I'm lucky enough, if I'm right in line where that first baseman's going to throw it, it's going to hit me in the back, and I'm going to have a stolen base. So now, once we stole second base, we're on second base. We're about to steal third. Next pitch. So I'm on second base, seeing what's going on, see if coach puts on any signs, watching the hitter, watching the pitcher. I'm on second base. What I like to do when I'm about to steal is I'll get out behind, make a little arc, kind of over by the shortstop, know where my base is, and as I'm working my way to third, I'm watching the pitcher, he's getting his signs, he comes up, I'm moving in towards the baseline, making my way in and kind of diagonal. I'm moving in towards the baseline to make it a straight line from second to third. And the reason why I'm moving in but diagonal is because when a pitcher sees you moving in, he thinks you're moving in right to the baseline. But I'm trying to move in, but I'm trying to gain more ground to third base. So I'm right here, I'm right in line with third base. And if he's getting a rhythm or a routine, you know, he just comes up, gets his one looks, goes home. You got to take that into account. You got to check out what he's doing, how many looks he's giving. A lot of people use the UCLA, you know, how long his ball's in. UCL, and then if he goes on the L, take off on the L, just a way to time it up. So basically, moving in towards third, steal that base. Now, when there's two outs, it's a little different. You don't want to be moving in because two outs, you want to get back in the base, back in the path. Be hanging out here. Make sure you're not getting picked off because you got to score on a single. So you're back here. Pitch comes. The reason why I'm back behind the base and not in the base path is because when there's two outs, guy rips a single up the middle or wherever. I want to have the best angle to run from where I'm at here after I get my secondary, and I want a best angle to get home. Because if I'm in the base and I want to go from second to home, I got to go straight to the base, and then I got to hook around, and I'm going to be a lot farther out towards home. So if I'm already back behind it, I already cut that angle off, I come right in at third base, and I head straight for home. All right, so once we got on first, we stole second. Next pitch, we stole third. We're on third base. Coach is slapping your hand, good job. You're being that little fly in your ear kind of baseball player. So when I'm on third base, coach right here, get your signs, look at it, watch your hitter, cheer him on, make sure he's getting you in, and then here comes the pitcher. So what I want to get with my lead, I'm looking at third baseman. I want to measure my lead off the third baseman. If he's 5 feet out, I want to get a 5-foot lead. If he's 10 feet, if he's playing back, that allows me to get down the line a little bit more. I want to be behind. I want to be in foul territory. So if he hits the ball, my teammate hits the ball and it hits me, I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be out or anything. So I'm gonna be in foul territory. Measure my lead off third baseman. And as you're watching the pitcher, as he's goes through his delivery or whatever, and he's throwing home, I want to be like this, coming down, out on my front foot a little bit. Once I see it, go past the hitter into the catcher. I want to get right back in the line, and never keep your eyes off the catcher. I'm coming back in, and if the catcher throws down, I normally don't like to slide because I rather watch. If I see him come up and throw, I'll rather watch and see where the third baseman is and where his glove is, because I'll run right where his glove is. So if his glove's over on the inside part, I'll run on the inside part and run right to his glove, because obviously that's where the ball's going to be going, so that ball's going to hit you in the back of your